Okay. Let's see. Everything should be in the frame. I am changing the frame up from everything yesterday, guys, but it should show well um on the camera. But no worries, no worries. Let me cleanse the space, which I've pretty much been doing that all morning. I've been sitting in your energy for quite some time, Sagittarius. Let me just say that, okay? I think I can shift this. Yeah, I feel like it should be shifted. Uh-oh. Cancel. I feel like it should be shifted, but I think we are good here. There we go. I think I got it. I finally think I got it. The view I've been looking for. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. I think what was the biggest holdup with getting on with sitting in your energy is trying to get the proper title, because y'all know I like catchy titles, but it was so much coming up when I was sitting in your energy. And although your downloads had started coming, I think it was yesterday, weird ones. Let me just say that. So the working title originally was "What's Got Your Attention," or "Who keeps checking on you," someone watching, something like that. But nonetheless, it was decided upon right before I clicked live. Peekaboo, I see you. Now, one of the things I want to bring up, and I didn't want to put, when I got to the ICU, it wanted me to spell I, the letter C, and U. I don't know how significant that is. I don't think it's heavy on. Listen, what started to try to come through, I'm like, oh no, you're not gonna talk now, because let me first give my intro, because it sounds so familiar, and I know that this may resonate with a good bit of you. But anyway, good morning, Sagittarius. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is the Goddess Divine Reflections, and here we blend intuitive messages, tarot, and personal reflection. These are general readings, so take what resonates and simply leave what doesn't. Before I touch the cards today, Spirit continued building on a message that had already started like coming through. It was like, at first I thought the reading was about curiosity, right? And the more I sat with it, the deeper it became. So as I was putting in the title, ICU, all these negative things came. It was like, you know what? I was getting this Sagittarius person that plays like this coy, nice woman, humble, real sweet. And then right before I hit live, it was like, but I'm gonna get you, bitch. I don't know what that is. So the ICU part is specific. I do believe someone has, and it wasn't more or less that I was getting Sagittarius watching, but you guys can be some peepers and some creepers. But I think it was more about someone potentially watching you and you don't know it. And it was them coming off as checking on you, but it was excessive. And I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know. So let's go ahead and just jump into the cards and see what the cards have to say. You also had a lot of not wanting to say anything in the meditations. It was just this energy of wanting to just sit with me in the energy. And then it was, I got a few more as I was sitting there saying, no, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not saying nothing. Somebody gonna talk, but it ain't gonna be me. And so as the time went on, it was more of symbolism. I wouldn't say sarcasm, because it was gestures maybe. Um, there was meditations, of course. I feel like you've been in that meditative state since probably the end of last year. Now, this doesn't have to be consistently so, but I feel like for the majority of the first part of the year, you've been sitting in more of a meditation state. Then I got the message right before I was coming out about travel, the need to travel. And this is by car, by plane, by train, or bus, not feet or bike. I also got you need to go to another state over at least, because somebody asked right before we were coming out, well, can I go abroad? Yes, but travel nonetheless. if you haven't done so already. And I don't even think that the travels that you did, if there were any, if there was a travel that happened in July, it was forced or not personal or play. It was business or something serious. So I feel that, or somebody pulled you into this travel and you really didn't want to do it. This has to be a wanted desire. You have to go and do it, and it has to be in the month of August. July doesn't count. That's it. I was like, come on. And listen, didn't want to talk, didn't want to say anything. I'm like, you know what? What we're not going to do today is, oh, you guys want to go to the original deck? Thank you. Finally, somebody. I've been wanting to get my hands back on my very first original deck. And I'm sitting here doing some updates and stuff to my page yesterday when I was doing some thumbnails for the times we posted. And guess I kept saying, because I just could not say 10 years I've been doing this. I'm like, it's been about 7, 8, but my baby is 8. And I know that I came back after a good round, about maybe 2 years when I was pregnant with her. So that's 8 years. Plus 2, 10 years. Y'all, a decade. I was like, no, y'all serious? Yes. So this is my 10-year return, is what I'm gonna say. Because I can't. I want to go back in my videos and look and see what the very first post was, but I have to go and check. All right, let's see Sagittarius energy for August 2026. Who's watching? Are they watching someone? It's a checking energy. It's an observing, keeping tabs. And at first, thought this was you, Sagittarius. Now I believe for many of you, someone is watching you, potentially. Someone wants to be acknowledged, not necessarily attention seeking, just wanting to be seen. Leaving this open to the cards for the cards to clarify. But I will say this: the generals are going to give you a general message. This is not specific to love. We will be coming back during the week, in the next upcoming week, doing specific love readings and specific career and our wealth and money. So you can vote in the chat if you want which ones you want to see next week. If you want love first, you better say love. If not, post money, a dollar sign. And then the final week, we're going to come up with something. I have some ideas, but I might let you guys decide. Now, the silence part was very loud, hence the cards are not coming out. See what I'm saying? Y'all like to, and it's not a bad thing, meditate. One of the strongest messages was silence. Body language, listening, watching. Sometimes silence communicates more than words ever could. So pay attention to what isn't being said, Sagittarius, in the month of August. Create your create your reality. The number 33 and or 6 may be significant, and the number 3. You may be seeing it in not duplicates, more than maybe, could be potential triple numbers, triple digits, but 33, create your reality, is coming up for you in the month of August. And it says, and it's a dragonfly, of course, but that's the significant animal associated. The dragonfly is about perception, illusion, and transformation in mental energy. You have pulled this card because you've grown stronger. I put myself in it, in your manifestation skills, and it is necessary to pay attention to where you are, where you choose to focus your thoughts and your energy. Think about what you want, not about what you don't want. This is a recent situation, not there's a recent situation that you have not been liking and led you to focus on what is lacking as opposed to what is abundant. There are often triggers that can tempt us to dwell on what we don't want, but when the dragonfly shows up, it's letting us know that we've grown beyond the thoughts that control us. It is now time to mindfully choose what you will focus on as you move forward in your life. So I feel like there's a big energy around the wrong focuses. Like they said, not focusing on what you want, but this energy where things that have been around you that you may not be so happy with the outcome or happy with what's presented today is more of the focus as opposed to what the thing is you would prefer to come out of this situation. I don't know what it is exactly. All right. So many of you have spent much of this year reflecting, not necessarily formal meditation. Like it's it's this energy like you've slowed down. Many of you've been in this energy since like late last year through much of 2026. So I'm not shocked. What are you manifesting? Because you're gonna manifest your thoughts, okay? That travel part that came through extremely strong, you gotta leave town. It's not gonna be local at all. All right, let's see. All right, we have Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Two of Swords coming out. The present energy is more specific to the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, right? So this Page of Pentacles is about money, finances, home, your energy. And that was another thing I think I forgot to mention. The grounding, um, that's gonna be your therapy, the travel, nature, getting out in nature. All right. Here we have the Two of Swords and the King of Swords coming out in the past. But the Queen of Wands wanted me to graze right on over her, but I really believe she's a supportive card. That's why it looks like it's in the background. So this Page of Pentacles is supported by the Queen of Wands. So there's this potential situation surrounding children. Maybe you're looking back at your finances, your energy, and or your energy, I mean your money, all in this place of, I don't want to say the beginning, or it's like you started over in one or two of those areas, but it's more than one. And this Queen of Wands is significant. I don't want to focus on the person. I don't want to focus on who it is. I want to focus on the energy. It's action. So I don't, and when I feel like this is a supportive card, I don't feel like action's being taken. I think action's being called of you to move, not just think about it anymore. So it's something around the home, the money, and you travel. I'm getting that more or less than anything. It could even have to do with you moving from where you are currently. Okay. Now we don't know who this peeping Tom is, and I'm gonna get to the people at the end. But there is a Two of Swords in your past, Sagittarius, along with the King of Swords. Interesting. Two of Swords is stalemate. Something is gone stale. I don't know how far in the past this was, but this is probably why you're sitting in this position you have been maybe the last 4 to 6 plus months. King of Swords is a Aquarius. Why did I bring that up? I didn't want I because I knew it was us. I'm sorry. I cross watcher. I listen. Let's see what it says. I don't know if the stalemate in it could be connected to Aquarius, but I don't want to go there yet because another person did come up at first. But this is in your past and more recently, um, the King of Swords may be significant. This is also energy about mental. It's all in your mind. This has been thoughts more than anything. You may be thinking why this relationship went bad, why this partnership went south. Um, I don't get. Well, we go. Somebody want to talk about relationships, but we're gonna leave the love for last. Now, again, love, specific love by itself, because we're not gonna focus on that. Some signs tend to want to. Could even be cross watchers, but Ace of Cups is on your mind. New emotions is what you want. So I don't think you're in an emotional state that you currently agree with or want to be in, but you are thinking about all the new emotions that could come. I don't know if this could be from one of these people that are here because there is someone in the present. So let's look at what could potentially happen in the upcoming future. I knew that's gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be about money. I'm not gonna read all this. It's got something to do with finances. Ooh, these cards are gritty. And my cards are not. I don't have them anywhere. I'm gonna have to bless these a little bit more. This has been a long time since I've used them, but I'm getting this energy around stuck, stale energy. Who had stuck? Who was it stuck yesterday? Aries or Gemini? You have to go check their titles. It should be in their title. But there is this Six of Pentacles, and they got this exact same card. That's why I thought of them. Feeling like you're giving too much, or vice versa. Somebody is. They always have the handout is for finances. You or someone may feel like you've been doing this. taking too much, but this is moving forward. So maybe things are going to change where if you were given too much in the past, you may start to hold off moving forward. But this could be, again, your energy, not just money, and or things around the home or connected to the home. I think Aries has something significant with a home matter too, but I don't want to call signs, but guess what? That's an Aries. Interesting. Sometimes it's I can't wait until the end. The Aries was in the main energy. So Sagittarius, you do have something significantly going on with the Sagittarius. I mean, Aries presently, and I do see an Aquarius energy in the past. Now, the Three of Wands is how you are feeling about the situation. You're ready to move on. You are ready to. This is the Three of Wands where on this card, you see how he is looking. He's looking forward. He's leaving things in the past. He don't care about what's behind him, even if it's more than what he has. If he moves forward, if he walks forward, he has less, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care. I don't know if you do, but this is your energy. So maybe you don't. And you're starting to feel like, you know what? Giving all this up could be better. So let's see what others think. Ooh. All right. So, Eight of Cups. They ready to walk away too? Okay, wait a minute. Listen. So, I have, this could be, and I read this from two perspectives. So, when we look at this card, this is you. When we look at this card, this is other people dealing with you. So, potentially the specific person or persons in your vicinity or who has something to do with this matter. So you're ready to walk away actions in the month of August. They're ready to walk away or they see you ready to walk away emotionally. They don't think it's physical. And you know what? I'm going to come back around to that love because it could be this Aries. They're stuck. They're stuck. So, but they and the I don't want to mix the readings, but theirs was about loyalty. They are so loyal to a default that they would give it all up. You, on the other hand, are looking at it opposite that. Fuck it, I'm serious. Like, so let's see if there is going to be any letting go because yours is significantly connected to relationships, and this doesn't have to always be love. This could be, I got kids, child's mother, child's father, because I got two kids on this. He's not a kid, but he gives me kid energy. The Eight of Cups, probably the person you're connected with. I kept getting that in Aries reading. So, but there is a kid presently that is the focus when it comes to money, when it comes to the home, when it comes to your energy. It's like the shared energy, and when we speak of the Queen of Wands, this is an action oriented person. It's the Aries energy. But when I look at them next to this Page of Pentacles, they feel like they're here because of the children. That's why they're not moving. That's why they feel stuck. But you both are fire signs, and I forgot about that. Golly. Sagittarius, Aries. I've never really kind of seen that dynamic. I'm not saying that it can't work, but this, again, may be a mother of a child, a father of a child, and you guys are not cohabitating in the same space, but you are sharing this child, which means you have to still share energy. You have to still share finances. You have to still share sometimes a home. The child is in yours and theirs if it's separate. So don't even think for one bit that their energy, the X, isn't along with it. It's in the kid. Yeah. Now, that's not to say to move away from your child and to let it go, because something just came down through as a download. Something that was told to an Aries last month, a month before, a message that was given to them. They have an adult kid, right? And they were told to put that kid out. That's very rash. But that's something a Sagittarius would say. And the image I'm getting is that it's not your place. So this sounds like stepchild, stepmother, could be that too. But let's see what the hope, wish, or dream is before we look for the outcome, because it's an interesting read. Ain't got nothing. It's a lot of people. And it's not a lot of people like a lot of signs. It's just a lot of energy. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. So you hope, wish, or dream for the Two of Pentacles, or you fear it. So you pick your position. That's shared resources again. So I don't know if this is not happening, and this is what you want to think for things to be balanced with the Two of Pentacles. This is money, finances, and energy. Or do you fear this? I doubt it. Because if that's not what you have currently, you want this. The Two of Pentacles. For everything to be balanced. But this could also look like in both homes. You want the best for them, like you want the best for you. Or not, because you did have in the beginning. I see. I don't know. Somebody's peeking and watching. Justice, though, is the outcome. Justice. Legal matters. What? Somebody might have a spy going around checking on you. Professionally, so directly, so, but also I'm getting this just like this creeper energy. I don't know. It was very, but that could look a lot of different ways because just checking on you excessively. But I don't know if this is through the children or they're using the children. I got a lady. I got a lady. I didn't mean to say lady, but maybe it is a lady. I got a vision just now of a child taking pictures of something. I don't know what that is about, but that could be the peeper and the creeper. I don't know why I went to pull another card, but we definitely gonna not take it. But I'm gonna tell you about it. The Hangman. You put yourself in this shit. Okay, so this looks like love, but it doesn't look like love. It looks like a whole bunch of toxic stuff that came from an original situation that might have been love, or is some stuff you are in. Pick your battle. So since you want to talk about love, or someone does, I'm gonna go into the love card before we close your reading. I think I want to clarify some stuff though. Hold on. Because only people came up was the Aries, since I've already told you, and we don't have to circle back to that. And I already explained to you where the Aries plays a part in your reading. And so, as far as the air energy, this Aquarius, that's from the past. So, but the stalemate, though, so I'm not going to leave them out of the picture when it comes to potential ex or potential baby mother, baby father. But with it being in the past, they could have had a part in this stalemate energy where maybe they were. I don't get a third wheel more than they might have been a person who, like, maybe that was their friend, their family member, or vice versa, yours. And that person gave them, that probably was the peeper. But I get peeping currently. Could have been going on for a long time, even from the past, because peeping is all the way through August. I still, you might be the one that's peaking. Okay, Sagittarius, you looking for something, and I'm about to clarify because the let's clarify this Two of Swords and King of Swords energy from the past. I don't care about if it's a relationship more than what is the meaning of it, because it could be clearly read as that's the energy and that's the relationship that was stale, that didn't last. But King of Cups. Oh, we got another energy. Cancer? No. Yeah, that's Cancer. Or Scorpio. We could definitely lean on Scorpio, but Scorpio was energy was entangled a little bit with yours in this morning's meditation. Lightly so, which is probably why it comes from the past. But we're not gonna do love. Love could come next week. You can post it in the chat if you want to see those, but if not, it might be wealth of career, depending on how everyone votes. Aries, Aquarius, and a potential Libra came up in your reading. That's it. That's all. And then eventually this water sign wanted to come up. But I think it's just a clarifying energy where there is this, it could have been someone you were emotionally connected with, but I'm getting maybe like a father mentor energy. I don't know, big brother. That's what I'm getting. I think they may have been an influence on this relationship, but they weren't the person inside of it. Now, as far as this legal matter, that's the only other one I'm gonna clarify. 'Cause that's the only one I care about. I don't care about if y'all are walking away. We'll look at that in love specific because for everybody it's gonna be different because it depends on Aries, Gemini. I mean, oh, they came up. See, but this air energy could be an Aquarius or a Gemini, and then the Libra. That's the outcome, but it's also connected to legal matters. So, could this be something that goes to court? Is it a marriage? Is it a divorce? So let's look at what is this justice for everybody's going to be different. Because if it comes to kids, that could also be child support and something of that nature. Um, if you're not dealing with none of this legal, I don't know. Maybe your children are dealing with some legal matters because children are significant. So let's see what the justice card is saying. Three of Swords. That's why you feel stuck. You like maybe your child has your money tied up, but the Three of Swords is heartbreak. Uh, this sometimes comes up. No, it does most times comes up with a three-way situation. But I'm not when it comes to the legal matters. This is a split. This is a split, and you may not like the outcome because you might be heartbroken with the decision. I don't think it was. I'm gonna get one more clarifying card because I'm getting this energy like it might have not been fairly done. Hence the peaking and all the other stuff. The listen, I done been through some shit with a parent. Six of Swords. Okay, you're walking away. Maybe the outcome doesn't play out the way you want it to because the way you imagine it would is just too much. Remember, we have themes of stuck. We have themes of travel. I think you're gonna move away from this situation, but I think it's more or less a mental thing. All these are swords. Communication. Communication. I don't think there's any verbal. Remember how I told you in the beginning? We were sitting in meditation, you didn't want to talk about nothing. You just wanted to show things or suggest, such as huh, you make sounds. There's this what do they call them? Ad libs type stuff. Say if there was music playing in the background and there were things and you might say, when a certain line comes up. That's what I'm hearing. But what I feel like when it comes to this legal matter specifically, we're going to talk about money and career and wealth matters too in the upcoming weeks specifically. But there is something going on with your finances connected to a child, connected to a person that you've had relations with, whether it's now or from the past. This could be a divorce, this could be child support, but this also could be your child having you wrapped up in legal matters too. Someone does walk away from it. How it fares is still unclear, but there is going to be a heartbreak associated with it. That's it. All right, that is your reading for the month of August 2026, Sagittarius. Peekaboo. Somebody's watching, somebody's looking, somebody's searching for something. I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's them, but just be careful, is what I'll say. Especially if you got somebody connected to legal matters, they have ways of having these, what is it, private eyes, PIs, people walk right up to you, don't even know they doing work. Listen, I've been approached a couple times, different ways. After I learned how late, I'm like, was that the fucking feds? It was. All right, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. What? That's odd from this. That's why I don't think this is love. This is it's some stuff. Like I said, it depends on what your role is with this child and this money stuff. But transformation when it comes to love, y'all stay tuned in the upcoming weeks because we will have love specific readings. And again, watch out for your surroundings. Don't just be sitting out anywhere. But then again, if it's you, Sagittarius, be careful because it could come back to bite you and haunt you in a way that you're like, wait a minute, I shouldn't have been doing this. Exactly. Go mind your business. Go and travel. Okay. All right. Now, some reflection questions just as we close. Am I watching someone else's life? Is someone watching mine? What has silence been trying to teach me? Where do I need to physically leave in order to emotionally reset? Okay? All right, Sagittarius. Sometimes healing isn't another conversation. Sometimes it's silence. Sometimes it's movement. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next month.